Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Gorlocks Sports Network. My name's Matt Rumping. I'm joined by
Kellen Furmanek.
And today we have Game 6 and the final game of the Webster Invitational between the Hanover Panthers and your Webster University Gorlocks. It's been a very eventful invitational here so far. Webster 1-1 in the invitational. Hanover just recently losing their game to the Milwaukee School of Engineering just about an hour before this one. First batter for the Panthers, Alec Yuskowicz. 1-1 to him. Will find the zone. On the mound for the Gorlocks, Colt Armbrust. Yuskowicz had a light tower home run as he's going to line this one in the right, and that one is going to get down for a base hit. So the Panthers lead things off with a single out to right field. That'll bring up Trey Pippinger.
Yuskowicz has already stolen some bases this year, so they got to keep an eye on him over at first.
A lot of speed threats here in this Hanover lineup. Pippinger, a sneaky base stealer as well, if he gets on. First pitch to him, just missing the zone. Armbrust checking Yuskowicz at first. Throw over, not in time. Checking once more. The 1-0 fouled off. Another check down, not in time.
Armbrust has had an interesting start to his collegiate career. 4 starts on the year, 3 of them over just 8 innings between the 3 games, giving up 17 earned runs. Yet, in his game against Benedictine, he went 8 innings strong, giving up just 3 hits, no runs, and 3 punch-outs. So he can really turn it on. See if he does it today.
2-1 pitch, just missing the zone. Now a good chance here for the Panthers to move a runner into scoring position. And Coach Courage coming out to talk to the umpire. Back underway now. Here's the 3-1. Runner takes off. No throw down as that is going to be called ball 4. So Pippinger on via walk, and that brings up the center fielder, Jack Schaefer. Schaefer's had a hot start to his year. About .357 right now. He's going to show bunt. And did he get back in time? He did. The corners are in. See if he shows it again. He does. That one finds the zone as Schaefer pulls it back. One in the dirt, good block there behind the plate by Dalton Groves. 2-1. That one did not pull back in time. Now 2-2 count. Wind blowing like crazy out there towards right field. As Armbruster is setting the pitch. That one curls in for a strikeout. So a backwards K for Schaefer. And that'll bring up Fox Spears. Seeing Spears a lot in the DH spot here in this invitational. Playing right field in today's game. Pickoff attempt at second. Gonna go over the head of Trissel. Both runners are gonna move up. And that's a big opportunity for the Panthers. Ruling out the chance of a double play. Now Spears will step back into this one. A whole new situation at hand. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss. A little bit of movement on that pitch from Yuskowicz. Running towards home. The 0-1. That one just misses the zone. One, big swing and a miss. Infielders play near the grass. Hip is trying to hold on Yuskowicz at third. Playing a little bit further in. The 1-2. Chopper on the ground out towards first, but it's going to fall foul. First two games of the day, the wind wasn't as wild as it is right now. We got storms rolling in tomorrow. Chance of severe weather, the 1-2, high and inside.
For the first time today, we're starting to see the flagpole actually shake.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot in games here at Arsenal BG, but nothing quite like this, at least this season. Here's the 2-2. That one skied into the infield. Who's going to call for it? It's going to be Hippis. Catched it just on the rim of the mound, and that's the second out of the inning. Josh Simpson get his first chance in his second game of the day. First pitch, gonna be low. Hippis strays a little bit further back. 1-0 in there for a strike. One on the ground out towards second. Charleston scoops it. Throw is offline. And they're going to rule that he is not tagged. As Armbruster is trying to plead his case. And BK is going to come out now. That, at least from up here, it looked like there was a tag that was made.
Yeah, it was really close. I mean, if it didn't hit him, it looked like it almost touched his jersey. There will be a discussion between both crews, but I doubt this one gets overturned.
And it's not. So the run will come into score. Hanover up one early. That brings up the catcher, Ben Brittingham. Potentially look for Simpson to take off. That one slapped out to Trissel. Good job for Charleston covering the bag, and that'll put an end to the inning, but not before a run comes across for the Panthers. Score sits 1-0. Here to start off the bottom of the first for Webster, James Theodore. Theodore 3 for 9 in the Webster Invitational. On the mound for the Panthers, Wyatt Colvin. First pitch is going to be called strike one. Second pitch, chop foul. Colvin so far in the year, 12 innings pitched, giving up 20 hits for a 9.75 ERA. The 0-2 locked in the dirt. One, two, bouncing in front of Brittingham. Two-two pitch, skied out into the bleachers in right field. Count still sitting at 2-2. Another one in the dirt. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Theodore making Colvin work. Here it is. Chopped foul. Once more. Misses just outside. And the leadoff man is on for Webster, and that brings up Braden Trissel. Trissel, one of many Gorlocks yesterday to hit a home run in the game against the Titans of Wisconsin University of Oshkosh. Pickoff attempt. Going to get away from Simpson at first. Theodore is going to head to second. And an awry pickoff attempt is going to allow the first runner to be in scoring position for Webster.
He's really good at baiting those throws. He's taken so many bases on balls just thrown away towards the opponent's bullpen.
And
now he finds himself in scoring position.
Other teams know that he's a danger on the base path, so they're constantly checking over at him and trying to get him flat-footed. Trissel's going to try and drop down a bunt. And he's got to be able to pull it back in time.
Went 38 for 40 last season on stolen bases.
Something we've seen a lot of out of Trissel this year is putting down some pretty nice bunts. This is going to flash it again. That one inside. Throw down. Going to hit off the glove of Heiner at third, and James Theodore is going to walk his way in to tie this game up at 1.
Manufacturing a run all by himself. Traveling the world.
So the count, 1-1 to Trissel. Now nobody on. See if he'll still try and work his way on with a bunt. He's going to swing away. He is going to drop one down, but it's going to go behind the catcher.
Trissel's had himself one heck of a weekend. Already has crushed a homer over that left center field wall. So, yeah, he's laying down the bunt with a 2-strike count. Cannot count him out of anything. It's a threat at the plate.
That one missing low. Something we've seen out of the Gorlocks all invitational long. They've been able to work themselves into some pretty decent counts as Trissel's going to swing through strike 3, and he's the first out of the inning. Now Adam Mosier stepping to the plate for the Gorlocks. Another Gorlock smashed a homer in yesterday's game. Hit it out the straight center field. One of the farthest home runs I've seen, as this one's hit out to left center. And a collision out in the outfield, but the catch is going to be made by Yuskowicz. And that'll make for the second out. Just hung up a little bit too much with that wind blowing straight into right field. Brings Ryan Hartz up to the plate. First pitch from Colvin in there for a strike. The 0-1 does also find the zone. A good pitch from Colvin. Hart's quickly down 0-2. That one in the dirt. So 1-2 now for the Gorlocks left fielder. Colvin toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing. Did he go? He did, and that will be the end of this one. Gorlocks able to answer back with a run of their own, tying this one up at 1-1. Back here for the start of the second, Caden Bush leads things off for Hanover College. A defensive replacement out at second. Talon Hutchings in for Jacob Charleston. That one hit behind the press box. Breaking pitch just missing inside. That one will find its way on the outside part of the plate. Now 1-2 count to the Panthers DH. That one shot right back up the middle. Trissel with a good play and a throw over in time. Took a little bit of a weird hop off the pitcher's mound. Normally when you see a ball hit off the pitcher's mound, it starts bouncing kind of higher, but this one became as flat as can be on the ground. So great job there to adjust and make the play. Now steps up Gavin Heiner. He's going to line this one into center field, and he's going to get on. That one 101 off the bat of Gavin Heiner. And now quickly Trevor Jones, 9-hole hitter, up for the Panthers. Jones has had a rough start to his season. First pitch to him in there for a strike. Heiner a few steps off first. Checking his swing. Home plate umpire says he went.
On that first pitch, Heiner was about halfway down the line. I'm surprised Groves didn't try to back pick him at first.
Here's the 0-2. That one's going to hit Jones. So just far enough inside. Clips Jones. And that'll bring up Alec Yuskowicz with 2 on and only 1 out. First pitch, big swing from Yuskowicz. Heiner looks ready to potentially take off over there at second. A weak chopper towards the Gorlock dugout. Still 0-2. Armbruce set. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Armbruce gets his second K of the day. That'll bring up Trey Pippinger.
Number 6, Trey Pippinger.
Pippinger involved in a collision in a game yesterday against the Titans of University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Pickoff attempt at second, not going to be in time. Had a collision with Jack McKellips, where Pippinger was trying to reach a throw a little bit above his head on a stolen base attempt. Ended up kneeing McKellips square in the forehead. Both players, thankfully, are all right. Panthers second baseman drew a walk in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate. Breaking pitch just misses low. Pippinger in a 3-0 count. Trissel doing a good job of holding Heiner at second. Here comes. That one will find the zone. This one, another wild throw from Armbruster, but Trissel able to corral it. Prevents both runners from moving up 90 feet. (3-1) to Pippinger. Swing and a miss. Full count. 2 runners on. A chance for Hanover to take the lead back from Webster. Here it is. That one, ball 4. Just outside the plate. Now bases are juiced for Jack Schaefer.
Now batting, 12, Jack Schaefer.
First pitch in there for a strike. A 1 pitch. Hit way behind. Into the lot. Quickly 0-2 now. Here's the pitch. Way outside. The 1-2. In the dirt. Groves doesn't see that Heiner took a massive lead over there at third. (2-2) from Armbruster. Swing and a miss. So a great job from Colt Armbruster to prevent anybody from coming across. Here in the top of the second, score still sits tied 1-1. Here to lead off the bottom of the second, Dalton Groves. At first pitch, driven out towards right field, getting back, and it's gone! Dalton Groves, first pitch swinging. And one pitch is all the Gorlocks need to put another one up on the board. They take the lead 2-1. Wind helped Groves get that one over the field, or over the fence, pardon me, as Nick Wroblewski steps up. First pitch to him in there for a strike. A 1, just misses.
It's his first homer of the season, just his third in the Gorlocks uniform.
The 1-1. Chopped on the ground into the Gorlock dugout. The 1-2 to Wroblewski. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. So Colvin answers back after giving up the home run by striking out Nick Wroblewski, and that brings up Reed Hippis. First pitch in there for a strike. That one finds its way into the dirt. The 1-1 pitch from Colvin. Breaks in for a strike. The 1-2. Chop foul.
This invitational, Hippis has reached safely in 75% of his plate appearances. He's gone 4 for 6 at the plate with 2 walks.
Getting away from Brittingham. Counting out 2-2. Hippis has brought his batting average up from 263 at the start of the Invitational, now up to 348. 2-2 once again in the dirt. Colvin will try not to lose Hippis here. Here it comes. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Hippis thought he had a free pass. Instead, he heads back to the dugout. And that brings up Matthew Lanier. First pitch missing low. One-oh misses. Two to Lanier. Once again outside. Here comes. In there for a strike.
The freshman still looking for his first collegiate hit. Measures count.
3-1. He'll take his free base. So Lanier walks on 5 pitches. That brings up Talon Hutchings. Hutchings coming in as a defensive replacement for Jacob Charleston. First pitch, outside. One out, checking his swing, saying he did go. Linear only about 2 steps off first base. Now tries to extend his lead, gets back just in time. A good move there from Colvin. One pitch, swing and a miss. Hutchings looking to keep the Gorlocks inning alive. Pickoff attempt again, not in time. Here it is. That one misses low. Lanier's a pretty tall guy, only taken about 2 or 3 steps away from first base. Surprised he's not taking a little bit of a bigger lead as this one's popped up in the infield. Ranging over and making the catch to end the inning is Pippinger. So the Gorlocks will get another one across on a solo shot by Dalton Groves. They reclaim the lead 2-1. Here to lead off the top of the third for the Panthers, it's Fox Spears. Spears 0 for 1 so far today. First pitch from Armbruster outside. It's a beautiful 3-1-4 day here just outside St. Louis. That one inside on the hands of Spears. Wind has started to calm down just a tad. 2-0, sky high in the infield, ranging under and making the catch is Hippis for the first out of the inning. Josh Simpson will get another appearance here. First pitch breaking ball just missing the zone. The 1-0 pop foul behind home plate. One crushed out towards right center. Mosier ranges back, but it's gone. Josh Simpson answers back with a homer of his own, tying this one back up at 2. "99 miles an hour off the bat of the Panthers' first baseman. Now Ben Brittingham steps up with empty bases.
Mosier was looking to rob his second of the weekend, but that win took it in all different directions.
We've seen quite a few attempts from Mosier. We had the one catch that he had. We had another one where he just missed it and flipped over the wall. And then that one right there. And now quickly an 0-2 count to Brittingham. The 0-2 from Armbruster. Chopped on the ground out towards short. Trissel scoops and throws in time. A little bit of deja vu. As I said earlier, normally when it hits off the mound, it likes to take a few wild bounces, but it just flattened out once more.
Yeah, I was going to say it really helped Trissel there. I mean, it was looking like an awkward bounce to start, and then it just was a slow roller right to him. Easily able to take care of the second out on the inning.
Now Caden Bush gets another chance here. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss. That one hit out towards foul territory, but it's just going to find the seats. Bruce set. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. So Caden Bush sat down swinging, but not before Josh Simpson lifts a solo shot out of the park. This game's tied back up 2-2. Going to lead things off in the bottom of the third. The leadoff man for Webster, James Theodore. Theodore drew a walk in his first at-bat of the day. First pitch in there for a strike. That one, what a snag by Colvin. Theodore hit it in between Colvin's legs, and he snagged it. What amazing reaction time there from the Panthers pitcher, and it's quickly one out here in the bottom of the third for Braden Trissel. First one in there for a strike.
Those are the types of hits you get when you're in a slump. You know, hit one up the middle and something like that happens. Had a huge gap up Broadway, and what a play.
And Colvin didn't know where it was at first. He was looking around trying to find it. He finally looks down and sees that he caught it, and it's like he couldn't believe it. That thing was smoked, though. 96 off the bat of Theodore. The 1-1 pitch to Trissel. Outside. Two one way off the plate. Now Trissel has himself in a hitter's count. Taking the pitch. Ball 4. Trissel takes his base. So a runner on for Adam Mosier. Quick pickoff, trying to get Trissel sleeping, but he's back just in time. Gonna look to see if they keep going after Trissel at first. Another one. Then he's out. Got him on the second one, and Trissel's gonna head back to the dugout. Just a little slow on the dive back to first. Now quickly 2 outs. Great move from Colvin. And now he can focus on Mosier. First pitch fouled off. A 1 line drive, and that's going to find the gap in right center. A good job by Spears to get over there just in time to prevent extra bases. But the runner is replaced at first, and now Adam Mosier will be on for Ryan Hartz. Heiner playing in, taking off, the throw down, in time! Mosier is thrown out at second, and that will end this half of the third. The game still sits 2-2. Here to kick things off for the top of the fourth, Gavin Heiner. Heiner 1 for 1 in his game so far. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. That one also in there. Quickly 0-2 now for the Panthers' third baseman. Kick in the deal. Just off the plate. One, two. Also again, just off. That one curls just inside. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Heiner's worked his way back into this one. Here's the full count pitch from Armbruster. Strike 3! Just on the outside part of the plate, and Heiner thought he had ball 4. That brings up the 9-hole hitter, Trevor Jones. He's hitting his first plate appearance today. First one just misses outside. One-0 hit on a line out towards right field, and it drops in for a base knock. Mosier can't corral it. Trevor Jones thinks about going for 2, but he'll run back to first. It was an absolute missile of a throw. That brings up the Panther leadoff man, Alec Yuskowicz. Corner's playing in. First pitch fouled off. Lanier holding Jones at first. Hippis just a couple steps from the infield grass. Runner takes off. Throw down from Groves. High, but not in time. The throw got there. It was a little high. And Jones was just able to get around the tag. And Coach Curridge going to come out and say a couple things, but walk right back into the dugout. So now Yuskowicz has a runner in scoring position here. 1-1 pitch. Popped up and out of play. Armbruster is set. Here it comes. In there, strike 3. Freezes the Panther left fielder. Now 2 outs for Trey Pippinger. Pippinger 2 walks in his first 2 plate appearances today. Line drive down the first base line, but it's going to roll foul. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Pinger trying to reach for one on the outside part. Armbruster looking to get out of this one. The 0-2. Foul tip. Another 0-2. That one hit on a drive out towards center. Theodore ranging over and makes the play in the shade, and that will end this half of the inning. Hanover gets no one across. Game still sits tied 2-2. Here to lead things off in the bottom of the fourth, Ryan Hartz. First pitch way inside on him, almost gets him. Colvin today has already given up 3 walks. Not trying to add any more to that list. Is the breaking ball in there for a strike. One. Hart's going to swing through. One, two, finds its way into the dirt. Two from Colvin, put on a line out towards the left, but Yuskovic is there. 1 down. I'll bring back up Dalton Groves. Hit a solo shot in his last at-bat. First pitch. Missing the zone. A 1 smash down the line and fair. Yuskovic was played over towards center, and it's going to go way in the corner. Dalton Groves has himself a double. Brings up Nick Wroblewski.
I feel like we've seen him hit that line so many times already this season. Really good at pulling the ball down the third base line, and works out again in his favor. Back-to-back extra base hits.
Yeah, a lot of those hits down the line have ended up working their way towards the bullpen, taking kind of a weird ricochet off the wall there. But this one fully gets its way down into the corner. The first pitch misses for a ball. Wroblewski hits this one into right center, and that's going to drop. Groves rounding. Throw will not come in time. Nick Wroblewski puts the Gorlocks back on top. It's 3-2.
Now batting, number 19, Reed Hippis.
Reed Hippis getting his second chance of the day. Struck out in his first at-bat. We said what a great Webster Invitational he's had. First pitch to him misses and bounces right back to Colvin. Short lead off first for Wroblewski. 1-0 pitch. Misses low. Long pause from Colvin, now finally releases in there for a strike. Quick 2-1, trying to change the tempo on Hippis, misses. Hitter's count for the Gorlock third baseman. Pickoff attempt not in time to get Wroblewski. Colvin getting set. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Now a full count for Reed Hippis. Runner takes off, strikes out. The throw down is going to pop out of the glove of Trevor Jones. So Wroblewski into scoring position now for Matt Lanier. Still looking to get his first collegiate hit. Swings through that one. A 1 pitch in the dirt. Colvin got to step off. Now gets back. The 1-1. That one hit deep out to right. Gonna hit just near Country Bob's in foul territory. One-two pitch, gonna be low. When picking back up in intervals, Still blowing out towards right. 2-2 from Colvin. That one popped just foul. Two again. Hit up the middle. Pippinger loses handle of it. The throw just in time to get Lanier. So the Gorlocks get another one across the board, and they reclaim the lead. It's 3-2. Here to lead things off in the top of the fifth, Jack Schaefer. First one curling in for a strike. Armbru's through 4 innings so far, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, only giving up 4 hits and 1 run earned. Schaefer quickly down 0-2. Kicking the pitch. Put on a charge out towards right field, but gonna head foul. I think was smoked 104 off the bat. Another 0-2. Just misses. Winding the pitch outside. Two hit on the ground, out towards third. Hippus ranges in, throw over, in time to get him. Good job from Hippus, the charge in, and Lanier with a good stretch as well. Fox Spears now gets his third at bat of the day. Spears 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Hit on a line into the gap in left center. That's going to get down for extra bases. Theodore fields it off a bounce off the wall. Spears stops at second. And Hanover has a runner in scoring position. That brings up Josh Simpson. Had a home run in his last at bat. The tying run just 2 bases away. First pitch checking his swing, still in there for a strike. Panther bench not too happy with that call. Spears will get a sizable lead off second. 0-1. Hit out towards right center. Mosier raising back, and it's gone. Josh Simpson, his second homer of the day, and he puts Hanover back up. Score now sits 4-3. .103 off the bat of the Panther first baseman. And BK is going to come out to the mound and have a talk with Armbruce. A very exciting game to watch. Lots of back and forth action. Finally, the first inning with more than one run scored. And a half of the inning, and Ben Brittingham will step back up once more. First pitch to him. Breaks in there just a little bit high. That one put on a charge out towards left field. But ranging under and making the catch is Ryan Hartz. Caden Bush getting another chance here in the top of the fifth. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch outside, swing and a miss. That one curls in for a strike. And that will end it, but not before Josh Simpson gets his second homer of the day, putting Hanover back up by a score of 4-3. Talon Hutchings will be the one to lead off things here in the bottom of the 5th for Webster. First pitch to him. Inside part of the plate, but a strike. That one just misses outside. The 1-1. Chop foul. One, two in the dirt. Two from Colvin. Swing and a miss. Hutchings whips through the breaking ball for the first out of the inning.
Number 11, James Theodore.
James Theodore 0 for 1 with a walk, getting his 3rd trip to the plate. First pitch to him. Misses inside and low. Another miss from Colvin. So far on the day for him, 4 hits, giving up 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. As that one in, count now sits at 2-1. That one hit out towards center field, and it's going to find a gap. Theodore's not stopping. He's heading for 2. Throw is way offline. So poor defensive positioning in the outfield for the Panthers leads to extra bases for James Theodore.
Number 40, Brayden Trissel.
Another extremely hard hit ball. Up the middle by James Theodore. Remember his last at-bat on a line drive, and White Colvin made an amazing catch on the mound. His coach is going to come out to talk to his starter. No action so far in Hanover's bullpen. A little bit of action going on for the Gorlocks. Probably going to talk with Brayden Trissel up at bat. Could see a potential bunt situation. So Trissel will step in here with a speedy runner on second, only 1 out. Third baseman playing in. A slow pickoff back to second. Nowhere close to being in time. Heiner keeping his eye on Theodore. Trying to see if he's going to take off. First pitch, big swing and a miss from Trissel. Colvin steps off. The 0-1. Breaking ball curving in. Heiner finally steps back a little bit with the 2-strike count. Here it comes. Hit on a fly out towards right field, ranging back. And just on the warning track, going to be caught. Theodore easily reaches third. Now just 90 feet away from tying this back up, and Adam Mosier gets another crack at things. Mosier 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch in the dirt. One 0 from Colvin. Fouled off his leg. The 1-1. Inside and low. Chopped foul. Two from Colvin. Swing and a miss. So a good job there from White Colvin to prevent another run from coming across. Hanover still has the lead, 4-3. Gavin Heiner will be the leadoff man for the Panthers here in the top of the sixth. 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Oh, 1 in there, delayed called strike 2. Oh, 2 curves just a little bit high. One, two swings through, and he did go around, so Hayner is set down. Trevor Jones now steps up. Armbruster up to 8 strikeouts on the day. First pitch of Jones, whiffed through first strike. Bouncing in front of Groves. One. Froze Jones. Thought about going around, but didn't. Now Armbruster up 1-2 in the count. Here's the pitch. Soft ground ball over to Hippis. Diving snag, but can't get it cleanly on the transfer. Good flash of the leather there by the Gorlock third baseman. That still results with Trevor Jones getting on. Alec Yuskowicz, leadoff man for the Panthers. First pitch finds its way into the zone for a strike. A one pitch out, trying to do a back pick, nothing going. One foul tipped. One-two swing and a miss. A big miss there from Yuskowicz. Got to bring up Trey Pippinger. Pickoff attempt, no good. That one curling in for a strike. The 0-1, missing outside. Pick off, no good. Another pickoff throw from Armbruster, not in time. The 1-1, way outside. Maybe try an attempted pitch out. The 2-1. Jones takes off, but it's a line drive out towards the left, and it's going to fall. Jones rounds second, goes to third. The throw in from Hart's not in time. And a little hit and run action leaves runners on the corners now for Hanover.
Now batting, number 12,
Jack Schaefer steps up again, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Schaefer, hot shot over to Hippis. What a snag. Throw over to Lanier in time. 1:04 off the bat. One hops into Hippis's glove. And it saves another run from coming across for Hanover. This game still sits 4-3. Here to start off the bottom of the sixth, Ryan Hartz lead things off. White Colvin still into the game now up to 77 pitches. Still no action over in the Panther bullpen. 1-0 in the dirt. Sun slowly starts to set here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Still trying to get used to time change. Is that pitch in there for a strike? The 2-1. Deep drive out towards left field, ranging back Yuskowicz, and he's going to make the grab. Yuskowicz only having to take about 4 or 5 steps to get there, but that's all he really had time for, as that ball was hit pretty darn well over into the left center gap. Now Dalton Groves gets another chance at the plate. First pitch to him. Low. No inside and low. Groves with a home run and a double in his 2 appearances so far today. 2-0. Smacked out towards right center. Back at the wall and gone! Dalton Groves, have a day. 2 home runs and a double. And he's tied it back up for the Locks. Now 4-4. Dalton Groves, only 3 home runs as a Gorlock before this game. Adding another 2 as Nick Robluski up First pitch he sees is fouled off. The 0-1. Inside almost gets him. One pitch. Fouled straight into the ground, goes foul. One, two, hit into foul territory. With the exception of the top of the fifth. Scoreboard almost looking like binary code with all the ones and zeros. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Reed Hippis now steps up. 2 out, nobody on. First pitch lined up the middle. A diving attempt, no good by Pippinger. And the inning continues. Now Matt Lanier getting another chance. Lanier having a talk with BK on the Grizzly logo. Now stepping into the box. First pitch from Colvin. Low. One 0 inside. Hippis small lead off at first. The 2-0 also misses. Rio just finds the outside part of the plate. Good hitters count here for the Gorlock first baseman. Here's the pitch. Chopped on the ground. It's just going to head foul. So 3-0 to 3-2. Colvin looking to get out of this one. Here it is. Skied towards the Gorlock bullpen. No one's going to get there. So another 3-2 chance here. Hippis takes off, and another foul ball. Another pitch. And another foul ball. Hippis having to go back and forth, back and forth. Lanier's staying in the fight. Colvin trying to get out of it. Another 3-2. And another foul ball. 4 straight foul balls down the line. This time Hippis made it all the way to second base. Another 3-2. That one smacked out deep center. Just dies at the track. Almost a big fly to center for Matt Lanier. And instead the inning will end. The Gorlocks able to tie things back up. Score sits 4-4. Here to kick things off in the top of the 7th, Fox Spears. New pitcher into the game for the Gorlocks. It's Kendall Horton. First pitch fouled off. Been a back and forth contest between these two teams all day long. The 0-1 from Horton. Low. The 1-1. Just misses the zone. Two one swing and a miss from Spears. The 2-2. In there, strike 3. Great location there by Kendall Horton. Spears frozen on the backwards K. And now brings up Hanover's player of the game so far, Josh Simpson. 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Bringing in all of the runs for the Panthers. First pitch in there for a strike. A 1 put on a line down left field baseline. Hartz is going to misplay it. Simpson is going to get into second standing up. And the great day continues for the Panthers first baseman.
Number 33,
Ben Brittingham getting his 4th appearance of the day, 0 for 3. Another ball hit from Simpson, over 100 off the bat. This one 102. First pitch. Hit off the bat of Brittingham, just foul. A 1 pitch low and outside. Horton gets set. The 1-1. Inside hits Brittingham. Gets it right in the middle of his leading leg. Quickly 2 on for Caden Bush.
now batting number 44, Caden Bush.
BK is going to head to the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change. So Horton's day is done. After giving up a walk and a hit, striking 1 batter out. And we'll be back with a new pitcher for the Locks. Pitching change for the Gorlocks. Wes Carter coming into this one. First pitch from him finds the zone. Carter inheriting kind of a tricky situation. Runners on first and second, one out. Bush lines this one into the Hanover bullpen. The guy protecting the catchers dives and misses. Count now 0-2.
You're fired.
Here comes from Carter. On a line, caught by Trissel. Throw over to second. And time! What a beautiful play at short by Braden Trissel to get out of this one unscathed. Gorlocks still tied up with the Panthers, 4-4, heading to the seventh inning stretch. Here after the pitching change for Hanover, Ashton Carey coming in, and a pinch hitter as well now for Webster, Andrew Zanakis. First pitch, this is outside. One zero also outside. First two pitches from Carey, under 70 miles an hour. one just foul tipped. Carey with a little bit of a sidearm submarine release. Carey taking a while to get on the rubber. 2-1. Gonna miss. One to Zanakis. Hit on the ground, out towards second. Pippinger fields it on 3 hops. The throw is going to go awry. Zanakis won't advance. But the Gorlocks have their first batter on in this one, bringing up James Theodore. We're going to have a pinch runner now for Zanakis. Jonah Taylor will be the pinch runner. Gorlocks have a lot of speed on this team. Taylor pinch running, Theodore up, and Braden Trissel right behind him. Carey checks the runner. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Low. With Carey throwing all of his pitches around 70 miles an hour, you got to think Taylor's going to have a lot of incentive to potentially try and take second. The 1-0 loops in there, 62. Theodore can't pull the trigger on that. Count now 1-1. Here it is. Inside, going to get away from Brittingham. He's going to block it. The throw down is not in time. Going to get past Pippinger. But a good job from Trevor Jones to keep it in the infield. So now Theodore has a runner in scoring position with a 2-1 count. Heiner and Simpson both playing in. Pickoff going, and it's going to go into the outfield. Taylor is going to get to third easily. That's a wild pickoff attempt. It's going to put the go-ahead run just 90 feet away for Webster.
That's all been on the infield defense. I mean, you want to think about Zanakis had dead to rights at first. Taylor almost dead to rights at second on the steal, and then going back would have been nearly picked off. That ball going into the outfield, allowing him to take third.
Coach having a conference now with Carey. Looks like there will not be a new pitcher. Just some talk going here. Theodore's going to step back into the box here. Still a 2-1 count. Whole infield playing in. Two-one pitch. Big fly out towards center. It should be deep enough for Taylor. Going to be caught, and the throw won't make it in time. Webster takes the lead again. It's now 5-4 Gorlocks.
Now batting, number 40, Braden Trissel.
Braden Trissel once again up to the plate. Heiner's still playing in. A huge gap out there towards left center. First pitch outside. One-0 pitch finds the inside part of the plate. The 1-1. Trissel flashes bunt, pops it up, but it's just going to land foul. Carey gets set. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Trissel fooled on that 63-mile-an-hour pitch. That'll bring up Adam Mosier.
Number 9, Adam Mosier.
First pitch to him. Fouled towards the Gorlock dugout. The 0-1. Fouled off. Oh, 2 pitch. Deep drive out towards left, ranging back and making the catch is Yuskowicz. And that ends the bottom of the 7th. The Gorlock's going to tack another one on, reclaiming the lead. It's 5-4. Here to start off the top of the 8th, Gavin Heiner. Les Carter still on the mound for the Gorlocks. Deal 1. In there for a strike.
Beautiful sky tonight.
Yeah,
Sunset, it's a rainbow sky out in right field especially.
just out of the corner of the broadcast booth, you can see the sun, and it is a deep shade of orange. Almost strike 3 there from Carter, just missing barely. Now the 1-2. Foul tipped. One, two. Another foul ball. Carter gets set. The pitch. Misses the zone. Another one. This one fouled back. Trevor Jones tries to catch it off the netting. Just drops it. 2-2 from Carter. And there's strike 3. That one leaves no doubt. The first batter of the inning is gone. And Trevor Jones is up.
Trevor Jones.
First pitch misses. Line drive going to head towards the Gorlock bullpen foul. One inside. Two one to Jones. Just misses. Groves held it there just a second more to see if the umpire wanted to change his mind. On the ground, out towards second. Trissel, throw over in time.
Now batting number 45, Yuskovich.
That brings up the leadoff man, Alec Yuskowicz. 1 for 4 today, 3 Ks. First one missing the zone. One-0 hit out on a line towards Theodore. Ranges over to his left a few steps and makes the catch. So a nice 8th inning work from Wes Carter. Gorlocks still up by 1. It's 5-4. Here to lead things off in the bottom of the 8th for Webster, Ryan Hartz. Jake Morris, the new arm on the mound for the Panthers. Looking to try and prevent Webster from getting any more runs. That one in the dirt. Two-0 pitch in there for a strike. That one down and out. Now 3-1 to Hartz. Swing and a miss. Tried to take advantage of the hitter's count. Just missed it. Quite a stark contrast going from Ashton Carey, the extremely slow velocity, sidearm motion, to a more traditional pitcher with Jake Morris. Hart's 0 for 3 so far today with a strikeout. Morris gets set. Full count pitch. Foul back. Another full count pitch to Hartz. Hit on a line out towards left field and a base knock. So Ryan Hartz 100 miles an hour off the bat. Gets on for the first time today. And that'll bring up Dalton Groves.
Now batting, number 13, Dalton Groves.
Groves 3 for 3, 2 home runs and a double. First pitch gonna be high. Would not be surprised here if Morris tries to pitch around Groves.
You just got to face him at this point, though. I mean, a one-run ball game. And now maybe the chance where you push him over with.
Yeah. Ryan Hartz advances to
advancing,
second
yeah.
on the pass ball.
Down the count 2-0 as well.
BK is going to have a little discussion with his catcher.
Groves has been crushing all day, but we know he can place down a wonderful bunt. So you may try to push the runner 90 feet. Still no outs on the inning. Looks like the infielder's preparing for it, though. Gonna be tough to get that lead runner.
That one inside on Groves, now 3-0. Wind slowly starting to push more towards center field. Not as fast as before, and that one will find the zone. Here's the pitch. Almost goes around, but instead he's going to take his free base. Now 2 up for the Gorlock DH, Nick Wroblewski. Hart's on second, Groves on first. Wroblewski is going to show bunt. Not very often you see him try and flash a bunt. Pickoff attempt. Nowhere near in time. Hart's able to get back with ease. Another flash bunt from Wroblewski, pulled back in time. That coach gonna come out to talk to his pitcher. A bit of a change of game plan maybe for the Panthers.
Yeah, pitching control has been a real issue this inning, and I do wonder if Wroblewski even tries to swing at the next one. Seen a lot of balls and no free space for him other than pushing all the runners over.
Would not surprise me if that's the case, Kellen. I mean, like you said, there's been a lot of control issues for Morris, especially within the past 2 or 3 batters.
And I don't mean to fence it, but while he may take the pitch, he also may just swing 2-0.
True.
Wroblewski, one of the guys in this Gorlocks lineup that will absolutely have the green light on a
100%.
pitch that he likes.
100%. Here it is, upstairs. 3-0 for Wroblewski. Here it comes. Outside. And the Gorlocks now have the bases juiced. Nobody out for Reed Hippis.
Now batting, number 19, Reed Hippis.
Infield playing it in against Hippis. First pitch in the dirt. The 1-0 outside. Like a couple arms warming up for Hanover. Jack Woodard being one of them. That one also outside. So 3-0 now the count. 1 ball away from walking in a runner. Here it comes. And that will do it. Hippis takes his free base. Hart's going to come in. Matt Lanier will be the next batter for Webster. But that will be the end of the day, it looks like, for Jake Morris. We're going to have a pitching change, a lefty coming in for Hanover. We'll be right back. See, I'm not celebrating that he lost, but Here now after the pitching change for Hanover, Bradley Zeckel in. And also a pinch hitter for Matt Lanier. It's Ethan Wheel. Base is still juiced for Webster. Nobody out. The 0-1. In there for a strike. That one looked a little outside, but nonetheless called strike 2. Here it comes. In the dirt. The 1-2 from Zeckel. Also in the dirt. Brittingham's been doing a good job of blocking these pitches. Fall just a bit short of the plate. The 2-2. Shot back towards the pitcher. Zeckel doesn't know what to do with it. Throws the first when he could have got Groves at home, and he allows another run to come across.
Saw play. It looked like he lost his footing and thought, oh, you know, maybe just thought I won't be able to get the out at home, but he definitely had a lot of time.
100% had a chance to get Groves out at home. Charlie Pellissier will be the next man up. Open base, and that one bounces about 8 feet in front of the plate.
Surprised nothing's found the backstop yet. He's thrown a few of those wild pitches. Fortunately for him, Birmingham's been keeping him close.
1-0. Breaking ball does find the zone. Jacksonville, Florida native. Good chance here, swings through that one. Fouled off. Infield still playing in shallow. The 1-2 from Zeckel. Low gets a little bit away from Brittingham, but nothing going on the base pass. The 2-2. Hit on the ground, up the middle. Base hit for Pellissier. Wroblewski comes home. So does Hippis. A 2 RBI single puts the Gorlocks up 9-4.
Now batting, number 11, James Theodore.
Gorlocks able to break it wide open, putting up a crooked 4 runs so far here in the bottom of the 8th. That brings up the leadoff man, James Theodore. First pitch, Pellissier takes off, bounces in front of Brittingham. No chance at all to get him at second. The 1-0. Hit out towards right center, ranging over and making the snag. Or no, he dropped it. He dropped it in center.
I think they're saying it was
Maybe
dropped on the transfer, yeah.
Schaefer makes the catch, but the transfer not clean. So Pellissier able to make it to third. Now Braden Trissel up 2 outs and a runner on third. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a walk today for him. He's going to drop it down, but it's going to get past him. The 0-1. Hit out towards center field, ranging over and back, and gone! Braden Trissel continues his amazing Webster Invitational. Another 2 runs come across here in the bottom of the 8th. It is now 11-4.
3 more runs to fulfill the prophecy.
That is true. This Webster Invitational, 3 of the 5 games before this one have ended 14-4.
So bizarre. What a weird number.
It really is. Been getting deja vu all weekend. Mosier's going to flash a bunt. Not going to be able to pull it back in time. The 0-1 bounces in front of home. Fouled off. It's the women's sign near the bathrooms. Now 1-2. Here it comes from Zeckel. Swing and a miss from Mosier. No way to fulfill the prophecy for Webster, and Hanover just 3 outs away from losing this one. Score sits 10-4 Gorlocks.
I used to always buy those shitty earbuds from the airport. You know, I think they're called like gummy or something. They'd go down. I love them so much, even though they just stop working after like 6 months. I'd still buy a new pair every time. Shit.
You're starting out the last chance for Hanover, Trey Pippinger. Wes Carter still in this one for the Gorlocks. First pitch fouled off.
Carter in line for the save. He's been pitching since the 7th.
The 0-1. Foul back. The 0-2 from Carter. Hit out towards right field. Mosier ranging under and makes the catch a couple steps in front of the warning track. Jack Schaefer now up once again for Hanover College. He's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. A blemish on an otherwise great start to his year. First pitch curls in for a strike. The 0-1. Just missing. The 1-1 chopped on the ground and foul. The 1-2 from Carter. Just off the plate. Two, just on the outside part. Couple very close pitches. Ruled in favor of Hanover. Now full count to Schaefer. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Schaefer almost falls down trying to swing at that one. And the Panthers are down to their final out with Fox Spears stepping up. First pitch. Just a bit outside. That one will find the zone. Other one's just a little bit outside.
Carter looking to sit down 7 straight Hanover batters.
2-1. Will find the zone, strike 2. Very similar to the last pitch there. Now Hanover down to their final strike. A 2-2 from Carter. Misses outside. Full count, 2 outs. Carter looking to close it out. Here it is. Line drive, just past the glove of Pellissier. That brings up Josh Simpson, who's brought in all 4 runs for the Panthers so far in this one. Infield playing very deep. Runner takes off. There will be no throw, and it's in there for a strike. The 0-1. On the ground, out towards third. Hippis ranges over. Deep throw. Scoop. And time! What a play to end this one. Wes Carter picks up the save. And that will be the end of it. Thank you all for tuning into this one. My name's Matt Rumping.
My name's Kellen Fermanak.
And we will see you next week when your Webster University Gorlocks take on the Greenville Panthers.